Hey guys, welcome to another video. In this video, we are going to be talking back. If you're coming from the inversion tutorial that I posted previously, then you know how much I stress the importance of a strong back. Having good control and strength in your back bleeds into so many other movements that we will see on the pull. However, speaking directly in terms of the invert, I'm going to introduce to you my favorite exercises that have helped my students get their invert. To summarize, while in a horizontal position in relation to the floor below us, our back is doing some amazing work to prevent us from falling in. We want to maintain a retracted scapula, but many will find they falter into a protracted position, leading to a failed invert. You should absolutely know how to switch from a protracted to a retracted scapula. Moving from one to the other provides optimal range of motion for strength training. One way to practice your protraction and retraction is by performing a classic dumbbell row. To start, position your body horizontally to a bench with one arm and knee elevated. Lift the weight up towards the hips while keeping your head and back in a neutral position without too much rounding. Allow the weight to fall low and a bit forward so that your traps will feel a full range of motion. The most common issue in this movement is found in a limited range of motion, which cuts off optimal lat engagement. If we add in a bit more momentum at the bottom position of this lift, however, the weight is allowed to be pulled up higher, allowing for the lats to fully engage. Aim for a rep range of 8 to 12 in each set. Seated close grip cable rows mimic the same results as the dumbbell row. To begin, hinge forward in the hips with a slightly protracted scapula and pull back into a retracted posture. Be mindful not to let the ribcage flare too far forward. If you have strength imbalances in the back, unilateral retractions with a cable or band will help target your weak side. You can build awesome strength with bands. If you do find them to become too easy as you progress, start adding weights to these movements. Diving deeper into the horizontal retraction strength, I'd like to introduce to you the horizontal scapular pull. This exercise is perfect for beginners as it allows those with little control and strength the ability to build a powerful mind-muscle connection with their scapula. Holding arms out straight, move through your whole range of motion, pausing at a retracted state and eccentrically releasing. For those who would like more of a challenge, move on to the scapular pull-up. Grabbing hold of a pull-up bar, squeeze your shoulder blades and lift your chest up. Again, allow for a pause in your fully retracted state. If you're somewhere in between a scapular pull and a scapular pull-up, you should try to passively hang and lift up a few inches or as high as you can go, and hold at your peak retraction. Perform between 5 to 12 reps of whatever version you feel suits you. Work your way up over time. Once you are able to achieve a horizontal position in your scapular pull-up, you'll know you have achieved an impressive amount of control and strength in your scapula. If there's no pull-up bar or a pull-around, try out some prone cobras. Lying face down, palms up, squeeze your shoulder blades together as you lift up through the chest with rotation in the wrists as you lift up. Another one to try is pushing up and releasing from a crab walk position. Keeping arms straight and a neutral spine, press up and down through the scapula. Moving up in weight, you could also try hovering over your legs with the weights and practicing your retraction, being mindful of the low back. In the gym, this exercise mimics a pendlay row. Similar to how we would set up a deadlift, place your body behind the bar with feet placed shoulder width apart. Depending on your height, you may want to open your stance further if you have longer legs. Push your hips away and grab the bar with a double overhang grip. With a neutral spine, you then want to drive the bar up towards yourself, sending your elbows out at about a 45-degree angle. Pause briefly at the top range of motion and gently set the weight down. I'd aim for 8 to 12 reps per set on this exercise. In the invert tutorial I posted, I also mentioned shoulder extension, which is another driving force keeping us airborne through the back. The dumbbell and cable rows actually strengthen this movement as well, as does the pendlay row. However, the elbow extension relies more heavily on the lats. The Helms row is fantastic at mimicking that shoulder extension we would find in an invert. Using an incline bench to rest our upper body on, send dumbbells up towards yourself in a closer grip than what was used in the pendlay. These are best performed in a higher rep range of 12 to 15. The exercise can quite easily be mimicked on a pole as well in an upward facing direction. Now, as mentioned before, any rowing exercise will target your shoulder extension, but the Helms row is a personal favorite of mine. So, shoulder extension and scapular retraction, both really important movements that we should be able to control in our back while we're inverting. Achieving full body and strength is no accident, and it does take a lot of work. But I hope with these videos and the series that I'm having released, I can be of some aid to you. So that wraps up this video. Hope you enjoyed, and make sure to comment which exercises you're going to try, or if you have any questions about the exercises. I'm happy to answer them. Until then, see you on the next one.